Today we are going to look at comparing fractions to determine which is greater or smaller using a line model and a circle model. Before we begin, let's review fractions and their parts. Remember that fractions are not whole numbers, but they will represent the portions of a whole. Each fraction has its own part, a numerator and a denominator. The numerator tells you what you have out of your whole, and the denominator tells you the number of pieces in your whole. There are mixed, improper, and proper fractions, but today we are going to focus on proper fractions. Proper fractions have two parts, a numerator and a denominator. For a proper fraction to be true, a numerator which is the number on top, must be smaller than the denominator, which is the number on the bottom. Now that we've gone over the parts of a fraction and what a fraction is, let's start comparing. Let's pretend we are looking at two pizzas. Each of them are cut into fourths, noticing that the denominator are the same in each of the fractions. Here I have 3/4 and 1/4. Each of the pizzas have been cut exactly the same, and the pieces are the same exact size. If you were looking at the colored area of the pizzas, which of the two pizzas has more eaten out of it? That's right. Fraction A, because 3 is larger than 1. Let's go ahead and try another one using the circle model. Notice that this time I have changed the denominator. Remember the bottom number that determines the number of slices that is going to be cut from the pizza. Let us look at 1/10 and 1/4. I know you might be thinking, well, one piece must be the same exact as the other since they are both getting one piece out of it. But these pizza slices will not be cut the same, and as you can see, when the pizza is cut into 10 slices, that the slices become much smaller. If you were to pick the slice of pizza that has more because you are so hungry, which would you choose? That's right. You would pick 1/4 because the slice is much larger. Next, we are going to try the line model to compare fractions. Remember that fractions are not whole numbers, so our number line that we can see here is from 0 to 1. Let's go ahead and look at two fractions. We're going to look at 5/6 and 2/6. Again, these two fractions have the same denominator, so the slices or the number line is cut into equivalent parts to each other. Take a look at the green line you can see on the number line and see which is closer to the number 1. Which one is closer? That's right, 5/6, because 5 is closer to 6 or closer to the end of the number line. We're going to try one last example to see if we really got it. Again, notice that I have changed the denominator. The number line is still from 1 to 0, but the line is divided into different parts. We're going to look at 7/12 and 3/8. Look at the number line and compare the green line and see which is closer to the number 1. Which is greater? That's right. Fraction A, because 7/12 is closer to 1 than 3/8. Drawing out fractions are the best way to fully understand their meanings and be able to determine which is larger or smaller. We've gone through two really good examples, the line model and the circle model. While you go to do your assessment, I encourage you to draw a circle or a line model to determine which answer you feel is most correct. Good luck on your assignment, and let me know if you have any questions.